So the Friends of Acatink Creek is a small nonprofit organization dedicated to restoring, promoting, and protecting the Acatink Creek watershed. As an almost all volunteer organization, we depend on people to come to our meetings and take the lead on the things that they care about.
The Friends of Acatink Creek, a dedicated team of environmental stewards, works in many ways to complete its mission, including maintaining an ongoing invasive management program, organizing watershed cleanups, and running a mussel rescue program.
There was a certain section of the creek right below Lake Acatink where freshwater mussels were being washed up after a big rain event. And then if they aren't able to get back into the water within, say, 24 or 48 hours, they're going to die. But they can live apparently 80 to 100 years, and they're only found in this one particular section of Acatink Creek. So we do announcements after a big rain event. We watch for the flow levels to see when that's going to be.
Members of this nonprofit, community-based organization are also embarking on a new project to save the scenic Acatink Gorge from invasive plants that are rapidly killing off its canopy trees.
So the Acatink Gorge project is going to be a pretty large, ambitious project. The goal is to remove the wisteria vines that are choking off large parts of the gorge. The vines will grow up the trees and gradually over time strangle and kill those trees. In terms of how the Gorge project is going to affect neighboring communities, I think just being able to learn about what's here is the main part. The Friends of Acatink Creek, we're always looking for stories of hope. So it's easy, if you care about nature, the environment, it's easy to say, oh, all of these terrible things are happening. I can't do anything about it. What we want to be doing with this project, along with our other projects, is to say, hey, no, we can make a difference.
And the Friends of Acatink Creek are making an impact not only with improving watershed quality, but by inspiring others to care about their cause.
Our motto is find just one other person who cares. More and more people are becoming aware of the importance of protecting watersheds, and more aware of just how meaningful it can be for them personally. I love seeing families come out to the creek and come out on cleanups or just exploring the creek with us. Because you can see this, this shared enjoyment and appreciation, and those experiences of discovery are really, I think, at the core of what we want to be doing. Because you can't protect something unless you love it, and you can't love it unless you know it. And to know it, you have to live it. You have to be out there on the creek and enjoying it.
The Friends of Acatink Creek have consistently gone above and beyond expectations, helping to protect one of the finest wildlife corridors in Fairfax County. The level of devotion from its members is exemplary and promises to provide civic leadership and accomplishment for years to come.
Friends of Huntley Meadows Park is a group of neighbors and citizens who are interested in protecting and preserving Huntley Meadows Park, this very special wetland area here in Fairfax County. And we're established 30 years ago.
And as it celebrates its 30th anniversary this year, the Friends of Huntley Meadows continue to support the park financially during these lean budget times.
Over the period of 1 year, we raised and donated about $20,000 to support operations and programming here at the park. We raise funds here for Huntley Meadows Park a number of different ways. We have annual membership fees that come in. We also receive donations from our friends. Those would be neighbors and citizens who are interested in preserving and protecting this very special place. And we also have donation boxes placed in different areas around the park. In particular, we have a donation box for parking donations in the parking lot, and we've been highly successful in raising close to $10,000 a year through that. And we take those funds and use them to support general operations here where there are some small deficiencies. We may buy equipment that the staff might need to manage the natural resources.
Members also share their expertise, passion, and talents with innumerable hours of volunteer service annually.
Friends of Huntley Meadows Park volunteers are really all over the park. I'm really just the leader of the pack. They're out there doing all sorts of things.
The Friends of Huntley Meadows Park are also fierce protectors of the park and its inhabitants. Through sustained leadership and meaningful strategic efforts, this group has successfully advocated protecting viable wetlands from development.
We and Supervisor Hyland and his staff meet to talk about ways to preserve and protect this special place from development activities. We don't want roads going through the park because it would destroy the natural habitat. We want to make sure that this very special place is around, not just for us to enjoy, but for future generations to enjoy. One of the other things that Friends of Huntley Meadows Park did is we were part of a coalition of friends groups county-wide that were working in opposition of the fall cankerworm insecticide spraying program to reduce the presence of a native insect here at the park, a native insect that all of our wildlife depends on as a food source. So we're very pleased about the result of our advocacy work in that the park manager made an important decision to not allow insecticide spraying here in the park and to allow the natural ecosystem to work on its own.
With 450 members strong, the Friends of Huntley Meadows represents an active and influential voice. Its investment and commitment is evident through its efforts to support and protect one of the rarest habitats left in Fairfax County.
Personally, I love learning, I love gardening, and I was brought up to contribute to the community, so this just seemed the next logical step to helping out here. And also, I'd heard that the Frogs board members were a great group of people to work with.
Effective leadership has been the hallmark of Susan Voss's contributions to Green Spring Gardens. She became a Green Spring Master Gardener in 2003, joined the Friends of Green Spring Board, also known as Frogs, in 2008, and made the leap to president in 2013, using her excellent communication skills and strategies to accomplish many goals along the way.
Well, I've always been interested in gardening, but I really didn't know much about it, and that's why I first signed up in 2003 to become a Master Gardener. So just this seemed to be the ideal way of helping here.
Under her leadership, Frogs has conducted 2 annual appeal fundraising campaigns that have brought in nearly $50,000 to support projects and make needed purchases at Green Spring.
Our 2014 annual appeal, which was last year, we focused on purchasing a new work maintenance vehicle for the park and brought in over $23,000. I think the project that I'm most proud of completing here under my leadership in the Frogs Board is the gazebo, because of the fact that it was such a community effort. There were so many people who contributed to it. That brought us in for the first time more than $20,000.
Susan also serves as a docent and is co-founder of the Groundbreakers newsletter.
The newsletter is a Master Gardener publication, and as we started to grow, we wanted to have a way of communicating more with our members and publicizing our events, and a newsletter sounded like a good idea. We held a contest to come up with a title, and Groundbreakers seemed to be the ideal title.
She can also be found weekly in the gardens at Green Spring, a mighty foe to weeds with her shovel and tools. Susan Voss is truly a contributor from the ground up.
It's always fascinating to see how one thing led to another. First, I became the Master Gardener. Then I started volunteering in the garden and learning under the horticulturist Nancy Olney. And from that led to the Frogs Board. Green Spring has given more to me than I've given to it.